Yo, this is MaLeekST, and this is my introduction video.
Just take a shot when you see me, dog. I want to get drunk for the carnival. I want to go down to Trinidad. I want to go jamming. Just take a shot when you see me, dog. I want to go down.
I am from Boston, Massachusetts.
I get Trinidad sweet.
When I was 13, I first got my first laptop, my first MacBook. Big up my father. He got me my first MacBook, and it allowed me to start fiddling with GarageBand, and I taught myself how to record myself and I was doing a lot of hip hop and, you know, R&B, because, you know, whatever. But when I started realizing, like, I started doing like more Caribbean stuff, because the Caribbean thing started to become more prevalent in the hip hop industry around the time where I was, you know, like when Drake dropped the Controller and all that other stuff. So I was like, I could take a crack at it too. So when I started doing it, it made it more natural. But then, like, during COVID, I was like, why don't I just do soca music? Because my family's from Trinidad and Tobago. My mom, my father, my aunt, my uncle, they're all from Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm like, and I grew up on soca music all my life. So I'm saying, why don't you just do soca? I tried it, and we're here today.
Soon as I pass through customs.
I've been singing and performing. I've been singing since I came out the womb, basically, but I've been performing since I was 11 years old. I've been on stage in front of an audience since I was literally 11 years old. So, yeah, that's where we're at. The first soca song I ever sang was a song, oh my God, was a song called Blame It on the Road. Oh my God. Big up my guy Sonye, man. Big up my guy Sonye. We did a remix of Trouble in the Morning by Vaughn from Grenada. And that was my first experience of like writing a soca song. We literally stayed up until 3 in the morning recording and writing that song. It's not up anymore, but that song, big up to Sonye, because he really pushed me to do it. He was like, yo, this is you. And I'm like, yeah. And yeah, ever since then, it's been history. When it comes to songwriting, I think that, I personally feel like in today's music, we've lost the essence of the importance of songwriting. And I feel like, and that's why I gravitate so much towards soca, because soca is all about the songwriting. If the songwriter isn't there, the song isn't there. So I've always been a big writer. I was always writing lyrics in school, always writing. I had my own notebook, and I had a bunch of songs. And in high school, middle school, elementary school, I was always writing music. And so, but then when music evolved, I started to see that the importance of songwriting really went down. So I feel like songwriting is the essence of why we as musicians do what we do. And so, yeah, I just think it's really important. My favorite soca artist at the moment is Voice, Aaron Voicey St. Louis. Big up you. Yeah, Voice, Marshall Montano, and if I was to put a third one in there, it's Kerwin Du Bois. Big up those 3 people. They have done it for me when it comes to soca. My favorite soca songs ever, and I'm gonna say ever, is To the Ceiling by Isaac Blackman, The Islands by Patrice Roberts and Bungie Garland, and Gal Farm by Kerwin Du Bois. Those are my top 3 of all time. Oh my God, it's a list, but I'm gonna give you 3. Obviously, Voice. I definitely want to work with Voice. Destra. I want to work with Destra so bad. And the new king, the new Road March king, Mr. McCall Teja. I really desperately want to work with him.
Wine to the best, to the best, wine to the best.
My most memorable moment, I'm not gonna lie, the most memorable moment of my journey thus far has been when I opened for Destra, Edwin Yearwood, and what's his name? Sherwin Winchester. Big up to Sherwin. I couldn't think of it because it was so long ago. But yes, that and then when Sherwin Winchester, big up to you, my brother. He literally bigged me up in front of a bunch of people, and like a lot of soca artists really wouldn't do that nowadays. And so he really bigged me up. He saw me perform and he really enjoyed my performance. Big up Diamond Dale for getting me on that gig as well. So that was probably the most memorable from somebody who I've been listening to since I was 6 years old or and younger, to recognize the talent that I have. It meant a lot to me. I just want to perform at somebody's concert, because big up all the soca artists that throw their own concerts, like Lyrical Nadia, Voicey, College Boy Jesse, all the ones who throw their own concerts. I want to just be able to be a part of one of those concerts, and off the strength of, we see what you're doing, so mash up the stage for me, so yeah. One of my favorite songs that I've ever written is called Selfie. Check that out. Selfie on all platforms. But yeah, Selfie. That's a song that like I wrote out of just like, it was the spirit of the moment. You get in the moment, and I didn't think anything of it, but people love it. And in people loving it, I love it way more now. So I think Selfie is one. Ting Like This was my first stab at a power, small island kind of vibe. So Ting Like This on all platforms as well. Produced by Little Boy. Big up Jabari Stevens for the rhythm for Selfie, because oh my god, he did that. And big up him for believing in me to get on that, and like for what it's become now, I love it. And then the last song I think that you guys should know is Party Here Today. Again, produced by Little Boy. And that song just has the essence of Fed. And I love it. I just love it. So yeah, but it isn't released yet.
Okay. Out of things that you've released.
If you see me jumping up to the ceiling with my hand them high.
Probably Selfie, because Selfie really, that whole chorus is just, it talks about a lot of women today, but that fiend for likes on social media, but like, it's okay, but a lot of people don't like to talk about it. But I feel like Selfie was a song about, it's not an issue, but it's something that a lot of the Caribbean women, they love the likes. And I think the chorus to Selfie, I think that's probably one of the best things I've written that's released thus far. I'm just a man who does pray at night. My next goal is to make people notice what I'm bringing to the table in terms of soca, because I wasn't born in Trinidad and Tobago, in the Mecca of where, but I have, and granted, spending a lot of time in Trinidad and having, going back every single year, I wasn't born there. And so there's a lot of artists that, there's not a lot of artists that weren't born in Trinidad that thrive in the soca industry. And I feel like I bring something very unique to the table in terms of a mixed sound from the American side and my Trinidadian background, and like just mixing those two. I feel like people, like once I solidify it, listen, you guys are not gonna know what hit you. Yes. Listen, I'm coming, and I need everybody who supports me to get their ticket to the train, because it's choo-choo, and we out of here. Trust and believe. Get your ticket to the train, because we are moving. I love everyone who supports me. If you don't support me, follow me at MaLeekST on Instagram. And
So let me check out the vibes from later. I want to come to your base.